It's interesting too, because you think of education is opportunity, right? Like I like to say that education is the one gift that no one can take away from it.
Yeah.
So like your parents may leave you a lot of money or land or whatever, and somebody can take it or you can spend it all and it's gone. But if you've got an education and you've learned to critically think about things, solve problems, right? Math is great for that. It's applicable everywhere, right? There's always a demand for it and it translates into lots of different skill sets. But what if girls aren't allowed to work?
Yes, that's a very good point.
Then what? Then they're going to leave, maybe, if they're allowed to leave. How does that play out in terms of your plan?
My plan is not to restrict them into staying in Afghanistan or force them into going, because either way, I'm going to be either perpetuating into limiting their opportunities or involved in brain drain, and I don't want to be part of either. For me, the personal goal would be there are going to be people who are going to stay, and then there are going to be people who want to leave. If Afghanistan becomes the country that it was a few years ago, I might go back today, and not might, but I will go back. And the same goes for all the other people who are there. But my goal personally is that right now we are challenging the whole narrative of Afghanistan being and the infrastructure learning, because in 2 decades, what the world saw and what Ministry of Education showed and what the Scandinavian countries and UNICEF and UN and everyone showed was like, we need to build more schools to have more girls in schools. What I challenged in 2018 and what my team still challenges now is, no, you don't need a school for that. You just need efforts. You need to be mindful. You need to have understanding, and the world is changing at a pace where you cannot keep up with a brick mortar school. You need to make sure that learning enters those spaces where the girls are. Learning needs to go to them. So when we're challenging that, I also foresee and predict an industry that is going to be based on internet and remote skills. And I think Afghanistan is going to be the biggest market for that.